you know about the Sierra program?
Reckless mystery men you guys send in when you can't officially send anyone else.
The great man.
Ryan, how are you today?
Good, how you doing?
Really, really good. But to kick off, Grey Man action movie, big action movie.
Yeah.
When you're at home and you're like, I want to watch it, like if it's a Friday night, you
Yes.
want to watch a big action movie.
Yeah.
What's the first thing that comes to mind?
Oh, like aside from the Gray Man?
Sure, yeah. If you're just sitting at home, you're like, Ryan wants to watch his favorite action movie.
Right.
What comes to mind for you?
What's the best? I like it when they're funny. You know, that's what I liked about this, is that there was like, it kind of reminded me of the stuff I grew up on, where it was also funny. It had like a sense of humor about itself, which also seems sort of realistic because like it's such a bleak existence that it feels like you kind of have to be, you know, to keep from going crazy.
Yeah, or just lean into the crazy, because you got like Con Air and Face Off, where it's just everyone's crazy.
Yes.
And that's funny.
Yeah.
And then there's also explosions.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and that's what I enjoyed about this, and that it is funny, and there is crazy,
Yeah.
and then there's also explosions. So
Yeah.
it's just like that perfect kind of Friday, like, yes,
Yes.
I'm going to watch this.
I'll click on that.
Is it fair to say this is the biggest you've been physically for a movie? A lot of, like,
think that's fair.
Because there's,
I think that's fair to say.
yeah, because was there a particular workout regime? Was there a particular martial arts you had to train for this? Like, because it's probably the most physical role.
Definitely, by far.
Because you've done action movies, like, and you've done
Not
action
really.
scenes.
I've done films that have action. Having done this now, I realize I've done films that have action in them, but I've never done an action film.
Right. So in terms of like that workout, or was there a particular regime you had to stick to in order to?
I lifted heavy things. I worked out more than I normally would. I ate less than I normally would. And then there was an incredible team, like stunt team, that was sort of curating, like showing me all of these different styles of martial arts and then trying to figure out what was going to work best for me and also work for the characters. So they kind of curated this style for me. And then I had this incredible advisor who was ex-Delta Force, kind of the real Gray Man. And he was with me every day on set, you know, training me on the job. He had amazing ideas that were not in the script that made the film, I think gave it like a special sauce. Like his idea to always have Skittles, because it's a great source of energy.
Oh.
Or tie your shoelace to the door if you're going to go to sleep. That way you know if someone's coming in. All these things, they make sense. But, you know, this is stuff you learn on the job. And he was like just gracious enough to share those things with
When
me.
he's giving you these little tidbits, these nuggets of special CIA or secret information, and you're like, did you have to use that yourself? Like, is that
Yeah.
was he like kind of forthcoming with his own stories of?
Oh, yeah, he was like, I always had Skittles in the field, you know. They don't go bad, good source of energy, you need it. Sometimes you're about to go in and it's about to go down, like, Skittles.
Skittles.
Just Skittles.
And was there a particular stunt? Because I don't even want to say set piece, because each set piece within itself then seems to have smaller set pieces, so they kind of build upon themselves. So was there a particular stunt in this that you're like, that looks difficult, but I'm going to do it? Or that looks difficult, I'm going to let the stuntman do it?
They were all challenging in their own way. The last thing we shot, which you always have to be suspicious of what they leave for the end of shooting, was probably the craziest, which is I'm running along the top of this train and all the train cars are falling out beneath me. And I did think when it was happening, this is exactly what this movie has felt like the whole time. Just like set piece after set piece, action sequence after action sequence, just barely getting out of it unscathed.
It's a nice metaphor.
Yeah.
Your last day is a nice metaphor for the movie as a whole, just running on top of a train.
Yep.
Barely. I like that. Okay, as I mentioned at the top, big action movie. And, you know, Blade Runner was expensive. And as you mentioned, you've done movies with action in it, but not action movies. What was it about this? And you're like, okay, this is what I want to do now.
Well, the Russo brothers have been doing this for a decade and killing it. And they, you know, I knew they were going to drive. I was along for the ride. I was new to this. So I felt like I was in good hands. And then the character is just, you know, I thought this idea of a spy who didn't want to be a spy, who would rather be at home watching TV, didn't even really want to be in this movie, you know, would rather be a plumber or anything else, was kind of an interesting character. And I thought I could have fun playing that.
So I was looking at the books, the sequel books. Some of them have fantastic titles.
Yeah.
Gunmetal Grey.
Yeah.
That's cool. Relentless. Ballistic. Like, I can see the posters for them all already. Mm-hmm. This one is quite different to the book, to the actual Grey Man book.
Yeah.
If let's put you in charge of the next one. So let's just for whatever reason the Russo brothers can't direct Gunmetal Grey. Who would you love to step in and direct the next Grey Man movie? Who do you think could bring that kind of? Because the reason why, say, the Mission Impossible movies are so interesting is because they keep revolving directors and we get different perspectives. Mm-hmm. Is there a particular one you're like, I'd love to see them do a $200 million action blockbuster?
That's tough with this because this so exists in the Russo's head. You know, they're creating a whole universe for this and multiple film storylines, characters. You know, I mean, they're kind of building a universe. So I feel like it's something that's like that's something I don't know. I couldn't answer that.
Do you know what's within the series you'd like to see happen next?
Well, I like this character. I think, you know, he's interesting. You know, he's spent most of his life in jail, so he's never really lived, and his only way to live is to sort of become an agent, and but it's a death sentence either way, and so, you know, everything that he does is kind of more meaningful because every restaurant he's in or person he meets, all the stuff that might just be kind of background to another spy is sort of like his opportunity to live a little before he dies. So I think it'd be cool to see where that goes for him, and, you know, if he gets out or if he gets home, if he gets a Netflix account, if he gets to put his feet up, chill in his tracksuit.
And watch Friday night action movies
Yeah.
with crazy and funny and explosions. So that's I'd like that for him.
I would too.
That's kind of like Gogglebox, just watching someone else watching TV. So that could work. Just to change track just a second, speaking of track, you, in the movie, wear a fantastic tracksuit top.
Yeah,
So
it's nice.
to just, you know, to celebrate that, said I was going to wear my favorite
You could
one.
do action in that,
Yeah.
and you can chill in that.
Action
It's a
and
nice
chill.
choice.
Action and chill is the other
Surf
Netflix
and turf.
slogan. Two of the photos from Barbie.
Oh,
You've
yeah.
got the double denim.
Yep.
You've got the Lycra onesie. I couldn't get out either of those through security to wear those today.
Oh,
today,
I'm
unfortunately.
sorry.
Are there?
They wanted them. Security
it's-
wanted to wear them. They were like, I'll take that.
That's not for you. No one needs to see that. Are there other upcoming outfits or costumes that you think will people react quite as strongly
From
to?
Barbie?
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, that was nothing.
Those are nothing.
Nothing. That is nothing.
Ryan, you can't tease us like that. Give us.
It's true. That is nothing. I can't wait.
Right, so what you're saying is if to buy a third.
The Halloween costumes are endless. And that's the greatest honor.
It truly is.
When someone is your character for Halloween, it just doesn't get better than that.
I already know people who are planning Barbie costumes this year, and the movie's not out till next year. So
Yeah. Any 6 costumes you think?
I mean, it's not exactly the same.
Yeah.
But I think this with
It's a comfortable costume.
it really is, and then people don't quite get it. Go, who are you? And I can explain it to them. It's a conversation starter.
Yeah.
It's a real good icebreaker. So I think that'll work. Perfect. Ryan, thank you so much.
Fingers crossed.
Thanks, buddy.
Pleasure.